Paul's not listening to me, he's got his headphones in. I'll just wobble along to myself all morning.
The Paupers Depot.
And what about this one?
The Asylum.
The Asylum? That's not too shabby for an asylum, is it?
Where convicts were treated for numerous conditions, including respiratory or rheumatic ailments.
Yeah, that's not good. Not good at all. Absolutely horrendous.
Welcome to our channel. We're Paul and Tan and we're escaping crowds travelling around Australia in our Toyota troop carrier. This episode is a little different as we want to share with you the best preserved convict settlement in Australia, the World Heritage listed Port Arthur historic site. Please hit that like and subscribe and share button if you're enjoying our content. Please enjoy the video. If you're watching our content on your big screen, subscribing isn't as easy as it is on your mobile device. To make it easy for you, we've added a QR code, so all you have to do is scan it with your phone. It'll take you to our channel page, then hit subscribe. It's that easy. We appreciate your support.
Say hi. Good morning. We are at Port Arthur historic site today, spending the day here exploring, and we've also got a little boat trip organised as well, which is pretty cool. So looking forward to that. It's not actually as busy as I thought it would be, but yeah, I'm sure it will be as the day goes on. Stay tuned.
This is one place that we've been wanting to visit for a long time. Always interested in the historic aspect of things, this one was a not to be missed experience for us. But the potential for a lot of tourists also visiting made us wonder how we were going to share this experience with you and do it justice. It's always hard filming with large crowds. On entry, visitors are encouraged to take a playing card, each of which is linked to an actual convict from the penal colony. You then find the matching card on a huge display and reveal the story behind your particular chosen person. A great intro into the reality of life at Port Arthur. An app can be downloaded so that you can take a self-guided tour as you meander around the 360 acres of beautifully maintained landscapes and preserved buildings.
Pretty keen to go in the jail. Or the penitentiary. Paul's not listening to me, he's got his headphones in. I'll just wobble along to myself all morning.
Got my podcast on, mate. I'm learning all about it.
There are also opportunities for you to speak with volunteers in particular parts of the site who will provide you with more information if you wish.
So this is the penitentiary. Love these old places. Wonder how many ghosts are hanging around here.
Do as much as necessary,
Yeah.
but do as little as possible
In relation
to restoring heritage buildings. So
don't go overboard.
don't go and slap a roof on it just because there was a roof on it once, you know.
Yeah.
Do what needs to be done to
Maintain.
keep it upright and keep it maintained, but as
Yeah.
little as possible so as not to
Yeah.
I mean, that's all part of the heritage.
You can see some of it's been added to the top,
yeah.
But it still looks
That's
authentic.
probably to give you the basic
Structure.
yeah.
There's no doubt that the longer you walk around this place, the more you can actually sense what life would have been like for anyone who lived here, convicts or prison employees. Times were incredibly hard.
So this is the courthouse. Small, but I guess it was designed to do a job, and this is all the space they needed. Right outside the penitentiary.
Commandant's house.
Commandant's house. Is that the castle? Oh, this is the law courts.
Yeah, this is.
Whoa, these are a bit fancy. The Watchtower with great views over the whole area.
From 1833 until 1877, Port Arthur was the destination of the most hardened convicted criminals, those who were secondary offenders, having reoffended after their arrival in Australia. Port Arthur had some of the strictest security measures in the British penal system.
Sentence was stealing clothes, a couple of other things, and feigning sickness to avoid work. Can you imagine if that law was reintroduced today? Port Arthur would be the most populated place in Australia.
So where to next?
The old Commandant had some pretty good views, didn't he?
I know, not very shabby at all.
I wonder if that was his boat. Perhaps not.
No, that's one we'll be going on. So what did you say this was here?
The Paupers Depot.
And what about this one?
The Asylum.
The Asylum? That's not too shabby for an asylum, is it? Wow.
Fortunately, I've never been in one.
No, well, I haven't either. I just imagine them to
Yeah,
be. I just imagine them being these ghastly buildings that are all morbid and morose. So the Paupers Depot. What happened here? Come on, you've got all the flipping information. Help us out. Paupers Depot. All right. More information to come. He's reading up on all the information so that he can inform you guys what's going on next. What's happening next?
I'm going to look at the hospital.
Yep.
The convicts were treated for numerous conditions, including respiratory or rheumatic ailments, contracted from working outdoors and sleeping in cold cells. They were also housed and treated here in the Paupers Depot or the Asylum, according to new ideas that recognise the importance of mental health care.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh, the asylum today includes a museum and cafe.
Oh, really? Winning? Or we're just talking about getting something to eat?
Probably why they have a roof on.
Welcome to the Port Arthur Penal Colony Hospital. It's air-conditioned premises. Just in case you try to escape from hospital. Check out the beds. Pretty solid structure, keeping it all together though, hey? I'm about to enter the asylum. Some people may say that's where I belong, but I believe there's a cafe in here. So we've just had a spot of lunch in the asylum and had a bit of a look around the little museum that they've got there. Now we have to hightail it across to the other side of the site because we are going on a boat, and we're not telling you where we're going, but it's going to be cool. I think it is anyway. It's not a standard tour that comes with the ticket price. We've actually paid a little bit extra to go somewhere a bit sinister. We'll tell you when we get there. Anyway, in the meantime, we've got a lovely stroll back across the site to go to the jetty to catch the boat. So we've still got a fair bit to see though when we get off. What a day. We're on our cruise. We're getting the camera out when there's people around. So stick with us. Stick with us, we'll take you places.
Thieves who came from the larger industrial towns of Great Britain, but the majority seem to have come from London and the London districts. And they were the artful dodgers, but very much the real thing.
The Isle of the Dead is an island cemetery that is the final resting place for more than 1,000 convicts, military and civil officers, and women and children who were buried here during the time that Port Arthur was used as a penal colony.
See you later, boat. Funny story, we thought we were on the wrong boat just then. The boat cruise is going round the island and it didn't look like it was going to stop, and we're thinking, oh my god, we're on the wrong boat.
With two separate burial grounds, convicts were laid to rest in mostly unmarked graves, while the free and military burials were marked with headstones on the other end of the island.
Then you'll be really shocked when I tell you.
The Dead Tour has a maximum of 20 people and is led by guides who really know the history of the people who have been laid to rest here, both convicts and free people. Headstones and footstones were carved by convict stonemasons.
So what do you reckon? Do you reckon about the island?
Yeah, it's information overload, isn't it? Like,
so good though, like the guide was great.
Yeah.
He had so many stories, and you could see every now and again he'd just like stop himself thinking, where am I? I've only got 10 minutes left, let's get back onto this one. But so many of the gravestones are not in their original place, so they're not even on the graves, which is a bit sad, but it's been disrupted that many times. Yeah, it was so good. I'm keen to read more about it. Yeah, read a bit more about it, because but there's so many stories, hey.
What about the fact that a number of the headstones have actually got spelling mistakes on them?
Oh yeah.
When you consider that the stonemasons were usually convicts
who couldn't read, write and spell. Yeah, and some of them have got, one of them had a completely wrong name on it, and the grammar on some of the epitaphs were really not saying what they were supposed to say, were they?
It's not like you just throw the stone away and get another one. You just put it on, and hopefully nobody kind of reads
and as the guy said, who's going to read them anyway? They're on an island in the middle of the water. Yeah, it's incredible. Really enjoyed that. Well worth it. It's called the Isle of the Dead tour. If you get a chance to do it, do it. If you like
dead people,
morose things. Okay, we're going back to the separate prison now, which is apparently a bit of an eye-opener. So, my understanding of this prison is that it was built to show the more hardened convicts can you tell me more? Sorry.
Yeah, so this was more like isolation.
Like solitary.
So they were locked away in single cells for 23 hours a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this was like the next step up from the
allowed
penitentiary.
Out for 1 hour a day for exercise in a high-walled yard.
So similar to some of the prisons now, like maximum security. All right, let's have a look. And they didn't want to be here. So, well, they didn't want to come to this. This was the worst end of the prison.
I don't think anyone does.
No, but I mean, this was the worst of the worst. Anyway, here we go. This is like a court. What's happening here? Is this where you watch people get punished?
It would be safe to say that this had been a very humbling experience, and one that we would certainly encourage you to see. The admission cost of $48 per adult is valid for 2 consecutive days and includes a 20-minute harbour boat cruise. The Coal Mines Historic Site, situated on the Tasman Peninsula, is significant to the history of Tasmania as its first operational mine.
So this is in the area of Lyme Bay, which is at the top of the Port Arthur kind of islandy part. The watercolour is just off the face of the planet. Never seen water like this for a long time, since Queensland actually, I reckon. But we're in Tassie, it's hard to believe. But the weather has turned it on for us today. So we're pretty happy about that. So this is a coal mining settlement, which has also been registered as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's not in the same kind of state of repair as Port Arthur, but it obviously has massive significance for the area. Our surgeon's quarters, 1838. God, I reckon this would have been a harsher life than even at Port Arthur. Coal mining plus convict colony settlement. Oof. Hard times, I reckon. Hard times. So this was the prison here.
Yeah.
God, look at the views from this prison. That's not too shabby, is it? But you're in a dark cell with no windows, so...
The coal mine settlement was a punishment station for Port Arthur where repeat offenders of the worst class were sent. Besides the men who worked underground extracting the coal, other prisoners were employed in building works, getting timber and general station duties. 4 solitary cells were constructed deep in the underground workings to punish those who committed further crimes at the mines. Up to 170 prisoners were detained at this site.
Goodbye, my friends.
We'll see you on the right side.
See you on the flip side. Oh, yuck.
Not very big, are they?
No. So these were prison cells?
Yeah.
Far out. Yeah, that's not good at all. So where does this one go? Is this the same? Oh yeah, okay. They're small, aren't they? Like that, you have to crouch down to get in through the door. It's somewhat comforting to see they've got these bars up though to hold it. Oh, life would have been horrendous. So how big do you reckon these cells are, hon?
How big?
8 foot by 3 foot?
2.5 metres by 1 metre,
Yuck.
roughly.
Yeah, that's not good.
1 metre.
Not good at all. Absolutely horrendous.
Thanks again for watching, and your support through hitting that like and subscribe button is very much appreciated. We hope you've enjoyed this episode on some of the history in Tasmania. Don't forget to tune in next week as we continue to showcase big things on this magnificent little island. If you're keen to watch some of our other trip episode, here are some links. Thanks again, and we'll see you all next week. Cheers!